Now, coming back into registration. All right, it all start for you to go to court to adhere to Admiralty Court jurisdiction or Admiralty Law jurisdiction. You will need the ship to be registered. Tu yang ada registration 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, each one is different. All right, Admiralty ship registration yang one ni, dia talk to you about the importance of ship registration. Kenapa you nak register ship? Right? In the ship registration ni, what is vital is you need to know how to register the ship. Right? Jadi, kesan daripada register, the legal effect of registering, the ship will get nationality. Right? Or in another word, the ship is born with that name. Bila dia ada nationality, dia ada 3 benda behind it. One is the nationality that allows that ship to use, alright, to fly the flag of that country. Number 2, alright, the ship has a name. Now, title macam orang, surat beranak, registered. Right, number 3, alright, the ship now has a legal personality. So you can sue the ship sama macam human personality. Alright, you can sue the ship in its ship's name or you can sue the owner. If you sue the ship in the ship's name, tu yang you nampak bunga anggrek, bunga raya 3, alright, bunga laurel, alright, so nama the ship. That is a read in rem. Saman atas nama kapal. A read in rem. Right, sometimes they say ownership of Bunga Laurel, company rohani, company corporation Sendian Berhad. So the corporation Sendian Berhad is personam, the owner of Laurel. You can see read in personam, cari orangnya atau organizationnya. Company is also legal personality. Alright, okay, or you sue the ship itself in rem. There is a difference. If you claim compensation, right, damages, negligence, collision, all right, usually the suit brings personam, read in personam. Carilah company sebab company tu yang nak discuss with you, isn't it? That pay the amount of money, right? But if the ship itself is a naughty ship, sometimes the pilot is really fed up after 3 months at sea. I want to go home. All right. He just drives the ship and then he talks in the phone, and this happened in the Malaysia Raya 5. All right. He was on the phone with his wife arguing, and both of them are Pakistanis pilot. All right. And he just didn't change the speed when he comes into the port of Australia. Instead of making a turn to go to the port, all right, he ran into the Great Barrier Reefs. Great Barrier Reefs tu terumbu karang yang besar dalam dunia. Habis terumbu karang tu pecah-pecah, rosak, and he got sued. Kapal that he brings is the Malaysian ship. Right? Okay, can you imagine? That can happen. So in this situation, is it anything to do with the ship owner? No, it's the ship. So normally in this situation, because of that kind of collision, all right, you want the ship to be guilty. The act of the ship is represented by the pilot. So you sue in the rem. Read in rem. Jadi you sue kapal akan bernama Bunga Laurel versus, all right, Government Public Prosecutor of Australia, for example. Yeah. All right, you don't sue Corporation of Rohani on behalf of Bunga Laurel, MV Bunga Laurel. Bukan. You just sue straight the kapal itself in rem. Right? Okay, jadi kalau you sue in rem, where do you give the writ? Tahu writ? The warrant tu, writ yang sekeping tu. Alright? Selalunya it being delivered, isn't it? Kepada kita punya the accused. Alright, so when it comes to the ship, you go get the ship, alright, and fix the rig. Rig tu dia tembaga, alright, lekatkan dia dengan skru. Alright, that is how you activate in a RAM process. Boleh? Any questions? Jadi registration is important. You can read. Alright, let me just give you the picture because on this part nanti we come to the end, we see the question that is related to it. I know I send you banyak benda sebab I ada banyak benda. If I don't give you this, I won't, I don't know who will need it. Next semester saya ada timbun lagi perkara that I can give to my student or share the same thing with you, with them. Alright, tak apa. Biarkan dia banyak so that you have time to read. The question is not going to be something that it's going to kill you. Tak ada. Boleh buka open book kan? It takes you a week to answer. Alright? Okay, ship registration. Jadi, remember, when you have the ship registered, it has these three important effects. One is the flag, the other one is the name, the third one is, apa dia? Tak dengar. Apa Farhana?
Your personality.
Yeah, right? Okay, so now itu dia punya sifat dia. Okay, right. Jadi sekarang ni apa yang you nak tengok? Right? Okay, you want to see the borang dia. Okay, when you see the borang, sekejap nak tahu tepi sikit. For me to see. You see permohonan nama kapal. Before you start, you must with your client, you nak file semua ni dekat mana? Dekat Maritime Department, Jabatan Laut dekat Kelang tu. Hanya ada satu je Jabatan Laut yang terima pendaftaran kapal. Unless you punya tu is Malaysian International Registry. Dia marina dekat Langkawi. Ada dua tempat aja. Alright. In the beginning when Mahathir was the Prime Minister, he planned to have 17. Banyak kan? 17 places, semua port-port yang kecil-kecil around. Okay, he wants to develop it. But then later on it fails because there was no money. And there was no interest. There was lack of understanding why you need too many ports. International port, Johor ada, Melaka ada, alright, and then Penang ada, enough. Some people believe that and it still haven't changed, right? Jadi for international ship, international private ship, yacht, cruise, semua register dekat Langkawi. Tu pun nak buka tu pun nak separate the two has a problem then. Now tak ada problem dah. So if you know your ship is the crew, you are not vessel. You are not carrying, that involves the caretaker, that involves a voyage charter party. Alright, then you are actually using it for your own, or you want to rent it out as a luxury boat, luxury ship, passenger. Bukan, passenger tak masuk dekat Malaysian International Registry. Yang that one is private own. Kadang-kadang it can goes on renting. Okay, tapi yang kita cakap ni is the one that involves the vessel for trading, for commercial use, for contract. Alright, okay. 5 days before you want to register a ship, right? Let's say we start with a ship that is bought by somebody. You boleh beli kapal ni dengan 3 cara. All 3 we are going to look next week. Satu, from judicial sale. Kapal kena lelong daripada mahkamah. Alright, kalau dekat Amerika dia panggil martial sale. Dekat Malaysia dia panggil judicial sale. The rest of the world panggil judicial sale. Except in America panggil martial sale. Alright. Okay, yang kedua, you beli kapal that has already siap. Alright. Okay, you are rich, you can afford to buy, like Halim Mazmin, for example, he buy ship. He buy ship that has already commissioned with title. Dah ada nama. Kadang-kadang the ship dah siap, nama tak ada. So he buy it brand new, macam kereta. The nombor kereta tu, nama become his. Right? To they buy a ship that has already been constructed. The ship dah siap. The third one is When you buy a ship, that the ship is not there. You design your own ship. Like the Arab people, they are rich Sikh, all right? Okay, so what do? They design it in their head. They want a ship that looks like a flower, ship that looks like a zoo, ship looks like a floating island, for example. But there is no ship. So he will go to you, he will ask you to design it. All right. Okay, that is also a contract. But okay, once this is settled, that one is done, you want now to register it, you have to work 5 days before you bring this borang. It looks so easy to the maritime, right? To the maritime department. What do? You must make sure you know this syarikat. If the syarikat is the one that asked you, you can be a lawyer acting for a company, or you can be a lawyer acting for another owner himself. All right. Okay. Selalu it is good if you have the harta this expensive, you build a company. Right? Build a company, right? The company will want you, the lawyer, you are the lawyer to go register. Jadi dekat sini CHOP ni represent the owner. Alright, name of applicant bukan you. Nama, alright, the general manager ke, the owners, definitely not the name of the shareholder. Alright, jawatan dalam syarikat. In Malaysia, when 1965 Company Act, they require, right, that one of the director must be Malaysian, right? Tapi the Company Act get changed later in 2015 kan, right? Okay, there are books about it. So certain things change. You don't have to become a person. The one who, there must be two shareholders. Dulu 1965 Akta, both must be human. One must be Malaysian, right? Human. Tapi the change of the act, both can be syarikat. Both can be a company. As long as one company from Malaysia, the other one company outside couple. Right? So you got to know. Dia ni siapa? Company ni apa? Parent ke? The subsidiary. Yeah, all right. The Norwegian in Malaysia, although they are foreigners, right, they like to register their ship in Malaysia because the procedure are very direct, very clear, the fees are specific, and then the flag are good, Norwegian. All right, sebab tu they have a well building, WELD building in Kuala Lumpur. The whole building belongs to that company. All right, okay. Now, let's look into again, when you have that, which are you? Are you individual pihak ketiga? That's the lawyer, diri sendiri, you, alright, or a corporate, alright? Okay, nama penuh, nama syarikat, nama your syarikat, registration your syarikat, okay, and then dekat bawah ni yang penting sekali, right? You want name individu kapal, menggunakan prefix berdaftar, menggunakan suffix berdaftar. Alright, you want to use the number or you want to use the word. Right, kapal MV7740 boleh. Alright, okay, kapal MV Malaysian vessel. Alright, apa? MV Rohani Muhammad Shah boleh. Alright, okay, as long as it does not conflict with. So if there is a person named Rohani Muhammad Shah, this is a ship named Rohani Muhammad Shah. What makes it a different? Both have legal personality. The other one bears dekat depan perkataan MV. Alright, okay. Macam tu. Sebab tu sometimes people namakan anak dia Harmony, Perdu, Pregara, Pertina, Farina. Alright, okay. Right, cadangan pertama. Kenapa you have 3 cadangan ni? Because sometimes the name have already been proposed by others. Bunga Malaysia, Bunga Melati, Hang Tua, Hang Jebat, Hang Kasturi, Hang Lekir, Hang Lekiu. Alright, as it is, all are gone. Alright, but alright, to make it different, then you would say Bunga Melati 1, Bunga Malaysia 2, Hang Lekyu, Hang Jebat 7, for example. You put number because you can have the number, you can have the wording. All right. Okay, so you have to come up with 3. Discuss this 5 days before you submit the borang. It can be longer, all right. Tapi usually lawyer want to make sure sometimes nak isi borang ni, you have to do it berkali-kali. All right, because cadangan pertama you have already pilih, cadangan kedua, ketiga, all 3 have already been registered by somebody in the. Jadi you kena prepare at least 6 nama. Either one nanti yang melekat, isi balik semula, tulis balik semula, go back and then submit the borang. Ni baru submit the borang. Belum register. Right? They will take minimum of, who are they? The Marine Department will take minimum of 5 days. Maximum of the whole 12 months. Right? Okay, they will check the whole registration. Alright? And in Malaysia, registration are not that much. Alright? Okay, jadi senang. Tapi in some country, favorite like in England and all, they have to go because they have more pelabuhan, they have more ship registered, and the shipping registry is not new. Alright, the shipping registry has started in the 14th centuries. Alright, okay. So you have to be certain that, alright, these are your panduan dekat belakang. Nama sultan, pangkat kerabat diraja, tokoh politik atau darjah semua tak boleh. Jadi sebab tu tak ada, even the Sultan Selangor cruise ship, dia tak panggil Sultan Selangor. Right? Okay, tak boleh. Nama bertujuan untuk menipu. For example, okay, what? Pengemis desa. Something like that, you know, or pulang, like the movie. Right? Okay, you simply just have it's not menipu, tapi you sort of like using the name, all right, to attract. In that situation pun tak boleh. Question? Soalan? Ada? Tak ada? Nama kapal yang masih berdaftar di dalam pendaftaran Malaysia, already in existence, tak boleh. Unless the company have already used semua kapal dia, Bunga Malaysia 1, Bunga Malaysia 2. Can you become Bunga Malaysia 3? Right? And not belongs to them? Right? Okay, that is going to upset the whole system dia, kan? So you kena panggil Bunga Malaysia Raya. Something like that. Alright? As long as the name does not conflict with the already existing name in the registrar. Tapi, ada tapi. If the ship bears that name, has already come out of dia punya navigation period, is already 102 years old, not navigating anymore, or the ship has already run aground, is under the bottom of the sea, all right, you can with a proposal. Okay, there would be one officer registering names, just like in any state, you are the registrar of birth. Yes.
Now you mentioned yang navigation period tu, it must have passed 102 years, is it? Then only you can use the name.
9 years. 50
Sorry?
tahun yang pertama, ship,
Okay.
the lifespan of ship is first 50 years, right?
Okay.
First one is 50 years. After 50 years, it has to be commissioned again. It has to be daftar balik semula, replenish here and there, repair, go through all the punya hassle for the seaworthiness, and then it'll come out another 50 years. Right? Jadi umur one ship that is good is actually 100 years. Okay, tapi ada tapi, dia 2 kali commission kan, 100 years. But before dia sampai 100 years, you will receive a letter. Like the Queen Elizabeth, they will receive a letter that you are nearing 100 years on navigation, you're not allowed anymore. Okay, so jadi another ship can use the name. In England, dia tak ada bar. Boleh pakai perkataan Queen Elizabeth I, Queen Elizabeth II, only the Queen can pakai lah. Alright, in Malaysia tak ada, Sultan tak boleh, because there is a bar in our system. Yeah, alright. Jadi ship can only berumur 99 tahun. Okay, lepas tu, and then the ship is considered ending of the commission. Right, dah habis umur pencen. Masih hidup lagi dia. Okay, kalau dia kalau it converts itself into a restaurant and it is called Star Cruise Restaurant, alright, then Star Cruise Restaurant and another Star Cruise of a new ship is two different things. If it's not confusing, it will be allowed. If it is not allowed. If a ship has already been sunk, all right, become a sunken ship for 102, nama dia apa? Lusitania. Right, for example, so today I want to name my ship Lusitania. Right, can I? The answer is yes, because the last time they used perkataan Lusitania was about 102 years ago. That is a sister to Titanic. Both sank. One during the war, the other one during the peak period of economy. Right? Okay. Boleh? Does that answer your question, Hafiz?
Yes, Prof.
Okay, thank you. All right. So that's the first part. Okay. Right. Jadi, when you have that one, okay, barulah all these borang are together. These are just the initial borang saja. Right? Okay, initial. There are more. Alright, there are more. Kejap lagi kita tengok selain daripada all these 7, what else? Right? These are the ship eligibility. Alright, I have given you there. Registration documents. You see, a bill of sales or builder certificate if you buy their executory certificate of survey, confirmation of carving. Alright, all these 3 are additional document to what? To the borang nama, borang registration had milik. Alright, okay, the following document must be submitted. Application form, ada 2, ownership form and registration form, statutory declaration of ownership. So that is a hard work. You pay money, you know, you have to pay money according to the tonnage of your ship. Right? Okay, the name of the ship, statement of the date, when and place, right? Statement as to the owner of the ship and the citizenship of such owner. Right? Statement of the name of the masters, except where the operator and the owner of ship are of the same person. Right? Ada lagi, declaration that the particular stated in the form are true. All these ada form dia. Right? Okay, kalau you pergi in some of the law firm, you will see at the back there the admiralty form. Tapi admiralty form ni, you don't have to worry. Right? In the maritime department, they will give you the form, or they will make you pay some fees, ada yuran, and then you go into the website now, and then you pay the yuran, and then you can access the borang. Definitely. Satu borang RM4, RM4, like that. Alright, RM4 is the borang. Alright, the payment for registering the tonnage, tu lain. Itu according to the ton. Right? Jadi, in order to have a ship, number 1, you have to have money. If you have money, you must have more money for registration. You have money to buy the ship, you have more money to buy for the registration. That's the reason why when people register, they straight away charter the ship because you want to make money so that you can. So when you have a ship, you forget about it because somebody else is going to use it, not you, unless you have dua, meaning that you have the ship, you have money to run it. Okay, other than that, proposed borang, the individual photocopy of citizen certificate, corporation certificate, builder certificate, if you buy from the shipbuilders, original bill of sale. Apa bill of sale kat sini? Dekat sini because this is written in the nature of maritime law. Dalam maritime law, in the contract of sales and purchase, kita dekat Malaysia panggil dia contract of sale. Tapi in the maritime law in the English, dia panggil bills of sale. Bukan bills of lading. Jangan keliru. Bills of lading dalam carriage. Bills of lading is a document that associate carriage, transfer of the goods. Tapi bill of sale is actually contract of sale. Perjanjian you mana. Others in country like America, dia panggil document of intention or document of intent. To America. Alright. Dia tak panggil contract of sales. Dia panggil the document of intent. Sebab belum habis lagi. Isn't it? Belum ada transfer. Jadi the initial document promise to buy tu, they signed it and pay some money, so it becomes no more a promise to buy, but now intention to buy or to purchase or to sell. Alright. Okay, certificate of survey. You have to have surveyor of ship. In Malaysia, surveyor of ship semuanya Jepun. Alright, duduk dekat Melaka Council. Alright, boleh cari dia apa ni? Okay, very few surveyor of buildings, kita champion in Malaysia. Surveyor of ship, belum ada graduate. So kalau you ada adik, I tak ada anak lagi dah. These are the subject yang kena ada seorang from Malaysia. Surveyor of ship. Alright. You have to hire this surveyor, and surveyor pula to hire that only when you have the physical ship. If you buy the ship in the form of executory, belum build lagi, you can do all this process, tapi surveyor did not come into the picture sebab dia tak boleh survey. Surveyor is just like any other surveyor of buildings. Kalau buildings you get certificate of apa? Safety. Apa benda tu? CIF, and certificate of life. Apa yang kita sebelum masuk bangunan tu? The CEF. Certificate that it is fitness. Alright? Okay, tapi surveyor pula dia akan bagi you certificate of seaworthiness. Certificate of survey, dia tengok semua cukup. Kapal besar ni berapa lifeboat, kapal besar ni berapa hal nombor registration, the surveyor, alright, okay, will have a lot of document to tick and tick and tick. And berhari ni, surveyor, bukan satu hari. Minimum kapal 5 days. It can take a month. Alright, so be prepared. You have a ship, you already charter dia, alright, sign awal in the promotion dengan promoters, right? So they take all the losses during that 1 year or 12 months. Ship is not moving, it's still in the air, in the water, it's still, all the activities are there. Tapi it's not navigating yet. Pasal not enough flag. The flag is not there, but business has already started. Alright, okay, that's why. So you hire a surveyor, they will go and survey, and at the end of the day, they give you 2. One, the ship is fit to be navigated in the navigation, alright, and then number 2, seaworthiness. Alright, bila dia kata seaworthiness, you kena comply pula. Seaworthy, the body physical of the ship. Either it used to deliver goods or it is a fridge, that deliver cold storage, or it's going to be delivered dangerous substance or nuclear substance or bring gas or bring water, whatever it is, surveyor will give you the certificate. The other certificate is tadi on the physical body. Alright, the second one is certificate on the orang. Dia panggil the seafarers seaworthiness certificate. Kalau your seafarers kelas C, graduate daripada alam, definitely one thing. Pilot is graduated already, right? Semua ni graduate. Pilot dia semua, alright? Okay, pencuci tadi tu, they are seafarers only when they were on board. Otherwise, they are subcontractors. Alright, okay. So the surveyor ni in charge of seaworthiness of the ship and seaworthiness of the crew. Crew tu English word. Seafarers England's word. Right. Kelasi kapal Malay word. Right. Okay. Memorandum as to registration of owners. Form available. Right. Saya tak keluarkan memorandum. Alright, there will be keluar memorandum by the pelabuhan, okay, by the maritime department that your ship is really good. Dah ada memorandum dia. Certificate for custom department, right? Then you need that if you transfer goods. A lot of people in Glen Air, alright, dia duduk dekat tepi situ, Glen Air Malaysia tu, alright, banyak si apa tu owner of ship. Tapi kapal dia only deliver short distance daripada Kelang to Melaka or daripada Kelang to Singapura. Right? So barang, post laju, whatever. That is like another panda at sea. Alright? Okay, so they need clearance from the custom department. So they have more extra barang. Okay, boleh? Right. Vessel age and survey requirements. Ni tadi dah cakap dah about that one. Ship classification of Malaysia. Ada berapa banyak? Ada container ship. That means less people, more container. Right? Passenger ship, more people, less goods. Right? Okay. Carriage ship. They have more barang. Okay. Less people. Alright. And then they normally get a crane. Tahu crane? Yang angkat tu. Right? Okay.